Theaters March 11th. As we look at the numbers, 50% shooting on the Eastern squad. However, they've taken 16 less shots at 26 of 52. The West 32 of 68 for the 47% and a +8 in the rebounding column for the West. Only 4 turnovers committed by the West in that first half.
Yeah, and 10 for the East, and that's part of the disparity in the shot of the field goal attempts. And you look at Kobe, 228 career points now.
Pass Pettit, Irving, and Baylor tonight.
And if he has a huge second half, he could even pass Oscar to go third.
Michael Jordan leading the way, followed by Kareem and the Big O.
I'm feeling in a few more years we're going to be talking about LeBron James moving up that record.
Yep.
We assume he's going to make 8 to 12 more All-Star games. He's a young guy, and you know he can put the ball in the basket.
We saw the three-point shooting numbers, too. Very poor for both sides. And if you look at these rosters, not much shooting. Ray Allen is probably the only pure shooter. You talk about Joe Johnson, Paul Pierce, also good shooters. But this is not an All-Star game laden with great outside shooters.
Dwight Howard knocked it away. Starting lineup back out there for the Western Conference. Kevin Durant, Carmelo Anthony. Up front, along with Tim Duncan, Chris Paul, Kobe Bryant at the guards. Kobe 8 of 14 for his 21 points in the first half. Not able to hit there. Rebounded by Howard. And Doc Rivers going with the lineup that he started out with. LeBron James, Amar'e Stoudemire, and Howard with Rose and Wade at the guard. Derrick Rose. Only his second field goal. He has 4 points. It's a 10-point lead for the West. Here is Durant with a long three.
About Kevin Durant, his shooting ability, being able to stretch the floor at that 6'11" frame.
Last season he averaged 30 a game. He leads the league this year again with 29 a game. Amar'e Stoudemire out 5 of 9. He has 12 points. Oh, look away. Beautiful pass from Paul Duncan. Not able to finish, but a chase down by Bryant. Puts a move on Howard. Takes to the rim with a fadeaway and draws the foul. It is on. No, it's a traveling violation.
Yeah, I thought he got bumped, but I think he took a step beforehand, and Kobe laughing with Dwight Howard about something.
Those Mamba shoes. Those 3D shoes that Stiggs was wearing during the practice.
Wade has been off. He almost stepped out of bounds on that fadeaway. Here is Bryant. It's 23 points for Bryant. James using the pick. Here's LeBron. Got to get cross court. Rose open for 3. Rebounded by James. And he scores. LeBron James, a 2-time MVP, including last season. 2-time All-Star MVP. Durant, pace is picked up. The West swinging the ball, looking to set things up for a good portion of that first half. They've come out shooting, change of direction by Wade, and he scores.
Well, they have a lot more isolation and one-on-one players the East does, and I think that's the one way they can get back in this ball game with Derrick Rose and LeBron James, as well as Dwayne Wade going one-on-one, getting into the paint.
Durant, should say Duncan on that jump shot. Oh, and here is James with a beautiful move.
Now, the second half starting out with the Miami, the duo really trying to take over here offensively in transition.
Carmelo Anthony, rebounded by LeBron James. Rose, whipping by Anthony. Derrick Rose of the Chicago Bulls has given the East an 8-0 run. The lead is down to 5. Bryant is fouled, so Kobe will head to the line.
Seems like there's a moment in every All-Star game where guys kind of pick it up a notch. Pride takes over, and I think this is that moment for the East. You're seeing the speed and athleticism of Rose and Wade and LeBron, And it just looks like to me there's a little extra bounce in their step that we didn't see in the first half.
Wade committed the foul. Let's throw it over to Craig.
Well, Miles, the East is going that 8-0 run, but you will not see Greg Popovich call another timeout. You guys were right. He said he did not see his team get back on defense. He called the timeout, wanted to rip into him for not playing transition defense. But by the time he came to the huddle, he said, I had mellowed out a little bit. I realized it was an all-star game. He said, this is a humbling experience for me. He goes, the last thing the fans want to see me is overcoach.
He wanted to rip into Carmelo and rip into Chris Paul and Kobe. Okay.
Stoudemire's pass broken up and a foul is called. Despite Greg Popovich's great success in his 14 seasons as head coach of the Spurs, this is only his second appearance as an all-star head coach. Bryant called on that foul, led the Spurs to 4 NBA championships, and with the departure of Jerry Sloan, Pop, who took over the Spurs in December of 1996, now has the NBA's longest tenure with the same franchise. And you look at Greg's resume, Coach of the Year only once in 2003, although he is obviously a leading candidate this season, now, along with, let's say, Tom Thibodeau of the Bulls. How about Doug Collins turning the sixes around Rick Carlisle and Doc Rivers, Monty Williams, maybe earlier.
Nate McMillan, all the injuries that he's done.
But there have been such high expectations for San Antonio as Durant is off the mark, and here comes James. James all the way! He thought he was fouled as he accelerated, but people expect as Durant is fouled from behind by Stoudemire. People expected the Spurs to be good almost every season. And that happened also, I think, in the case of Phil Jackson, and they do not get the vote for Coach of the Year.
And Jerry Sloan, he talked about, never actually won the award. And that's just the way it goes. The award is usually given to the team that exceeds expectations, that maybe is expected to be
underachieved.
Overachieves.
Overachieves, but they start the season as an underachiever.
Yes, exactly. And I think you're right, Marv. He may win it this year because the Spurs are just off the charts. I mean, I think everyone expected them to win maybe 50 games like they usually do, and they're on pace for about 65. But my favorite moment of the night with Greg Popovich was watching him walk down the steps when he was introduced. Like everything that the All-Star game is about, Greg Popovich is not. I mean, he's so humble. He never wants it to be about him, and he was so uncomfortable during those introductions.
4 minutes in, third quarter. Anthony backs it up on Howard. Nice move by Paul, and surprised both Anthony and Duncan, throwing it back out, and here is Carmelo for 3. He's been way off. James putting behind the back. Battling with Paul, throws the alley-oop, and Bryant ahead of the field. LeBron tries to chase down. Short.
How many times have we seen that with LeBron James at the field by Chris Paul on that chase down?
Bryant for 3, yes!
All right, I've got a vote in the MVP contest. Can I go ahead and just write it in right now?
And you can see LeBron James lurking behind Bryant and gunning for that chase down block, which he has been specializing in throughout his career. Another turnover. It's a 4-on-2. And pass saved by Stoudemire as Wade threw it up in the air.
Well, what I like right here is the Black Mamba staring down his prey. All right, you want to come get this? I got something for you, King. And then this is the old Michael Jordan thing right here. Come on behind me, young fella.
Now committed by Chris Paul. So Amari Stoudemire at the line. Amari, the Knicks' first All-Star starter since Patrick Ewing back in 1992, and he sparked the Knicks to a surprising start, although they have tailed off recently, making it back from arthroscopic surgery on both knees, aside as a free agent.
I was amazed to read that the only other Knicks besides Amari and Patrick Ewing, to ever be voted onto the All-Star team were Walt Frazier, Bob McAdoo, and Earl Monroe. I mean, only 5 players in that storied franchise's history. That's amazing.
They're missed by Bryant. And it's deflected out. It'll be East ball. Kobe now with 30 points. 9 have come in this third quarter. We still have 6.5 to play in the third.
What if the West ends up losing this game? Are we going to see a Beaver here? Getting, with Kobe getting the MVP on the losing team?
Oh, Bryant with a beautiful goal. Reggie thinking well ahead here. Here's Wade. We're halfway through the third quarter.
Yeah, but he's got 32. I mean, it's almost automatic at this point. 4:35? No.
Duncan keeps it alive. Here's Darren Williams, who just came on, and he hits the three. 95-83. The West on top. Rose with a beautiful move.
Absolutely, the pace has quickened here in this third period. Doc Rivers calls a timeout, get some substitutes in.
Well, last week when Ray Allen surpassed the three-point record of Reggie Miller, this the scene up in Boston. Ray came over, and then tonight, I'm looking for his mom, Flo, and wife Shannon to come over. You guys going to do this every time you see each other?
Every time? Can't we all just get along marvelous?
Back in Los Angeles, where the West leads the East by 10. Ray Allen, one of 4 Boston Celtics here. This is your 10th All-Star game, and we're talking yesterday about what this means to you to have been in 10 All-Star games during your illustrious career.
One is amazing. Just being here and seeing all the people that you see and being able to play with all these great players is amazing. And then to say 10, it's an amazing accomplishment. Longevity is the key, taking care of yourself is the key. But, I'm glad to be in this job, doing this job, and, enjoying what I've been doing my whole career.
Also here with 3 of your teammates, it must have been a great feeling for you to see all 4 of you get here along with your coaching staff.
Yeah, most definitely, because we definitely needed each other. The coaching staff has been great for us this year, and, I rely on Rondo, Paul, KG, Big Baby, Perk, all the guys on my team, Shaq, all those guys got us here, and we're so proud of them just as well.
You broke the 3-point record last week of our colleague Reggie Miller. A big hug from you to Reggie there, and Steve Kerr's very concerned that you're going to hug him all the time now that you see him.
Well, we definitely share a bond, most definitely so. He's always been there in my corner. Not as much when we played against each other, but, since he's retired, he's always had my back, and I'm always appreciative for that.
All right, you're lifting up in the fourth quarter to stop Kobe. You've held him to 32 so far.
We got to insert the defense into the game, most definitely, but we got to get back on defense because they're definitely in their style of play right now, the Western Conference style, so we got to insert our style on the game.
Thanks, Ray.
Thanks, Dave.
Back to you, Mark.
I thought it was terrible that David brought up the hug concept again.
You guys have a problem with grown men just acknowledging one another? Respectful. Can't we all just get along?
I did want to point out, over the last decade, only Ray Allen, Michael Jordan, and Reggie Williams, not able to hit it, it's rebounded by Wade, the only shooting guards to play at an all-star level in their mid-30s, which is quite an accomplishment. Oh, Kobe Bryant, who has taken it over in this third quarter. He now has 34 points, and Doc Rivers calls and Dwayne time because Wade comes up limping.
He got hurt as soon as he got that outlet pass, and it looked like, I don't know who it was, maybe Darren Williams undercut him as he was trying to advance the basketball. And this is the problem. These are little concerns. Is right there. There's a twist of that right ankle, just inadvertent on the foot of Darren Williams.
Back to LA.
Well, I think myself and other guys in the NBA are so involved in communities that we play in because we understand that if it wasn't for others helping us get to where we are today, we wouldn't be successful.
We got to make sure that we are positive role models because these kids need role models nowadays.
We try to be as hands-on as possible, just showing the kids in the community that you care. Kids look up to that, and
That's how it's supposed to be. To me, it's really special to be in that position.
We hope that we can give kids a chance to grow up and have success in their lives.